So I realized right away, no heart, no money. You had to have heart. I was going to LA with $200 in my pocket. I was going to Miami with no money, chasing my dream. I was coming to New York to see K Slay in the hardest neighborhoods. If anybody know K Slay, he's doing Sue's Rendezvous. Every gangster in New York is in there. Bloods, Crips, everything. I'm going up there, me and one other person, chasing my dream, chasing my dream. When you say big break, I guess my big break probably would have been I feel like I had so many big breaks, but the major break was obviously in 2012. I signed the record deal with CTE, Corporate Thugs Entertainment, which is owned by Young Jeezy. Jeezy is a Grammy-winning artist, one of the biggest artists in my culture. He was actually my favorite rapper. So imagine I went from writing these little corny raps that nobody liked to stepping my game up, building my buzz, building my business to the point where when Young Jeezy he reached out to me. I wasn't sending my demo to niggas and no shit like that. I got a call. I met. He was in Philly for tour. I met him backstage. We exchanged some games, some words, and then like a week later, the president of his label called me. I had a record out called Afghan. Shout out to my Afghanistans. Now Afghan was a strand of weed that I was selling and make a lot of money from. So I made a song called Afghan. Afghan in my Dutchie. Speaking about Afghan weed, the Afghans love it. Like I'm just talking about, and I love them, and they some loyal people. So shout out to my Afghan.
One of the most ferocious.
Brave. Oh, we got a bunch of them. When you came to see me that day, it was a couple.
Khorasan.
It was a couple Afghan brothers there. My brother Interstate Snake, big boss from Virginia. He's part of the MDF. But what I was saying was I did that record. They called me. And at the time I was doing good. I was an independent artist. I was living in a downtown loft in Philly. I thought I was the biggest star in the world. But this changed my life. The president called me and said, hey, send us Afghan with a verse open. Jeezy want to get on the record. When you coming up in music, you hear so many things. You get so many promises that I almost felt like, yeah, right. I was like, all right, I got you. I sent the record. They sent the record back the same day. I pushed play on this record, bro, on my phone. And I'm listening to my favorite rapper rap to my beat, saying my name, saying my neighborhood. And I looked at my girl at the time. I said, we did it.
There's the spark.
I said, we did it. And I turned that record that I made that record not even in a real studio. I was in South Jersey. Nigga had a studio in his room. The booth was his closet. Didn't charge me a penny. Probably shouldn't say that on camera because he might sue me, but he didn't charge me a penny. I did the record right there. And that record, I took that record. And in less than 2 years, I made probably $500,000. You know what I'm saying? So I took that and I invested in other things. Of course, real estate. I got right off tour. I bought investment properties, lost everything, and I was ungrateful. And when you're ungrateful, Allah will humble you like nobody else. So I ran the bag up. I had all this money, living good. I was literally dating one of the most beautiful women in the world. Everything is going great. And like, it feels like overnight, but it was over a course of 2 years. I literally lost everything, every single dollar. Like when you look back, when you got a lot of money at one time, it's nothing like, especially coming from the hood, it's nothing like when you look at that account and it says account balance. Like I'll never forget, bro, when I got my check from my record label, I never had a bank account before. So I literally got this big ass check and they like, take it to your bank. And I was embarrassed. I wasn't going, I'm like, I don't got a bank. You know what I'm saying? I went downtown Philly. So I go in there, I'm like, and it's crazy because at the time, everybody know me. So I'm in the bank, the little black girl excited because it's Tone Trump. And I'm like, yo, I need your help. She's like, what you need? I was like, I need a bank account. She helps me up. She set me up with a regular account and a business account. I pull a check out my pocket. The girl looked at me and was like, the fuck? I was like, yeah, that's my check. She was like, yo, we can't cash this because I'm a stupid little hood nigga. She was like, what you want back from this? I said, I want all that shit. Give me all my money. They take me to the back of the bank. I'll never forget it. Whatever they did, somehow they did it. They was like, we can give you what we have. How much? What's the most you want? So I was like, the most y'all can give me, give me. They gave me like, I want to say $12,000. I got in a cab. I took like $100 cab ride to my mom's house. I gave my mom $2,000. Like, yo, this is just something for now. My mom all happy. I went downtown and I spent $10,000 in like 3 hours, bro. Cause you think at the time I'm thinking like I'm rich, nigga. This shit ain't about nothing.